Hey guys, taking a look at BSV today, and we're going to look at it versus USDT uh, as well as against Bitcoin, and because I want to get a full picture of what exactly we have going on with BSV. So, looking at the log chart of BSV versus USDT, we see a linear trend line, and it pretty much has hugged this the entire way up since early 2009 or 2018, so late 2018. It's every time it's gotten overvalued, it's come right back to it. And typically, we're seeing an overvaluation of the trend line in the range of like 400 to here. I think it got up to like 450%. Yeah, about 450%. So I think we can expect in this bull run for it to at least reach around 375 to 450% above the trend line. So if that happens, we would be looking at roughly on a lower scale of about $937 for a BSV, and we're currently at around 395. So that would be quite a bit of an increase from here. So as you can see, we're also getting stuck right now at this resistance line that also played as resistance back in January of 2020. We hit it once, bounced back to the trend line, and now we're retesting it again. And I believe this retest is where we're going to actually see us break through it and make some movement here. And so let's get out of the log and look at the regular chart. So I want to look at the shorter term here. And what we're seeing right now is that we're holding a support around the 375 region, around here. Which sort of makes sense because was resistance for a bit. This was resistance for a bit. And it's come back here and just kind of bounced in here for a bit as it's trying to break through this resistance. And so to get a better picture of kind of what's going on here, I think we can do that by going back and looking at the BTC chart. So let's see here. So looking at the BTC chart, we notice also a very strong resistance right here at the 7,944. Now, what is interesting here is that if we were to reach the next leg of this, I believe that next leg is somewhere in this region here, where it played a support and resistance here. This is where I think it'll probably go next if it can break through this, which is almost a 2x, I believe. Let me do the math here. Yeah, it's about 100% increase. So I could see this happening. It just has to get through this resistance first that it has been just getting destroyed by. And let's just take a look at this real quick. So I'm noticing this right here. As you can see, it kind of broke through this downward trend line and starting to kind of trying to break back up. And what else I notice here is that we have a little bit of a cup here. So we have this cup that goes along here. And then what we could probably even classify this little dip back as is the handle. The handle here. And so if we can see this thing break through this resistance, I think it has a lot of room to run. And especially if Bitcoin is also strong at the time, then we could see a really strong run against the US dollar to get to that $940 something price target that could happen during this bull run. So that's my look at BSV. BSV is looking pretty strong. It's just got to get through this resistance, and the minute it does, it has nothing to stop it. I mean, let's just take a look at the volume here. So it's getting held up here by all this volume, and then I could easily see it running at least to here before it slows down a bit, and then after it runs through this one, I mean, there's nothing to stop it from there. So I'm going to be bullish on BSV. I think they have lots of use cases, especially seeing things like Twitch doing well are Relica, the Instagram like platform for BSV. Because people are actually using the token, I believe that gives it a lot more value compared to other tokens that are just for speculation or for accumulation and not necessarily for use. So that's kind of my view on BSV. I think maybe if you want to try to get it cheaper, you can wait for it to come back to this support line down here at 56.93 for Bitcoin, or let's see, what is it against the US dollar? Grab that for you real quick. Or you can wait for it maybe to come down to probably like maybe 288, maybe. But I mean, I don't know if that happens at this point. I think it's going to, I think if it keeps testing this resistance, it's eventually going to get through it. And when it does, it is going to run really fast. So you can try to wait for it to come back down to here. I mean, I would say if you can get it at 380, that's a good buy. If you can get it at 288, it's a fantastic buy. I just don't know if you'll be able to get it at 288, not without something major happening. So that's my look at BSV. I would love to hear your opinion on BSV and where you believe it's going. Please leave that in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe or follow. And I look forward to making another video for you very soon. Thank you.